what happens next? We've seen ChatGPT 4, lots of features which are wowing the world already, much better than what we'd seen in terms of the capabilities of ChatGPT 3.5. What happens next? What do you expect would the next ChatGPT version look like?
Well, I think three things will happen next, and they're all important. And this is really, for me, all things to be excited about. First, we're going to see these models continue to get better. And being better means that they're going to be more powerful in terms of their ability to reason. And they're going to go from what are called large language models to multimodal models, which means the ability to not just understand words, but images, sound, video, take all of that in, reason on it, and produce things in that form. The second thing you're going to see is what you're already seeing from a company like Microsoft. Basically, every week, we have an announcement about how we're bringing this into our products in new ways, what we think of as our first-party applications. So just 24 hours ago, we unveiled how, for example, you'll be able to use this, take a Word document, and say, turn this into, a 5-slide PowerPoint deck with images, and it will do that and give you the first draft. Or here's a lengthy email that's been going on for 2 weeks between 6 or 12 people, summarize it for me. Or here's a meeting, the meeting's in Teams, I want you to listen to the meeting, and then produce for me some meeting notes that summarize what people said and what were the action items that were assigned. Or my favorite, you have a busy day, it's 5 p.m., you want to send out an email that summarizes 2 meetings that you had in the morning. Literally, you can sit down and say, write an email, first draft for my team, that pulls from the transcript of the 8 a.m. and the 11 a.m. meeting, put 3-paragraph summaries of each of them, and then give me the draft, and you can look at it, and you can send it out. I mean, just think about what that does for communication, for collaboration, and for productivity. And then the third thing, what we're doing for our products, everybody can do by accessing these models on Microsoft Azure. And frankly, one of the places where we're seeing this kind of innovation move the fastest is in India. I mean, to me, it's always worth putting all of this back in the context that I think in the entire world, the country that has moved the fastest since the start of the pandemic to really ride the wave and opportunity of digital innovation has been India. So you're going to see government services embrace this. There'll be entirely new ways for citizens to get information, fill out forms, apply for services, and you're going to see enterprises and the like able to use this to reason over their own data and improve the way they work.
That is crazy. I mean, all executive assistants at least are going out of business. You don't need an EA after this. You got a far more powerful EA than possible. I want to take some questions from the audience, starting with Rohit Saran. Rohit.
Hi, thanks. Hi, Brad. There were 2 questions. One is that as an AI evangelist, does it worry you that OpenAI is OpenAI only in name and not OpenAI as it was meant to be when the company was founded? And secondly, you talked about ChatGPT 4 coming into Word, but what do you foresee doing to Excel, the spreadsheet, and how is the word of spreadsheet going to change dramatically? Thanks.
Well, let me answer the second question first, and then I'll go to your first. You can see on the web, we showed demos yesterday of how it will change Excel. Excel is an extraordinary product. But for most people, including me, frankly, I'm probably not able to use more than 3% of its features. So to be able to interact with it and ask it questions and ask it to create spreadsheets, do analysis, give me the data insights I'm looking for, the barrier to entry for our ability as individuals to use the power of the technology we've created has just changed dramatically. So I actually think something like Excel is where it will change the most. The second is, I think the real question about openness that I sometimes hear is people asking whether all of these models should be, quote, open sourced. meaning all of the code should be made available so anyone can use it. And at least at this point, I think that would not be the wisest course for the future of humanity, because it would immediately put the power of these models into the hands of any person, any organization, legitimate or criminal or terrorist, government good or bad. And so I think that we need to maintain the kinds of controls that, among other things, will ensure that not only is this used to serve good rather than bad, fundamentally it's accessible in its fullness only by organizations that the world trusts. And of course, that's a big question. Different people will see the answer in different ways, but I don't think it should be like fire and just let everybody have at it on day one, and then we'll look up and figure out what's still standing and what's been burned down.